From author Brian K. Morris comes a classic hero in a high-flying, fast-paced, and action-packed steampunk adventure. The original Skyman battles the Master of Steam with an introduction by comics icon and historian Roy Thomas. A Rising Tide, an Ace Comics publication. Available now in print or digital format on Amazon.com.
Author Cindy Kep is writing on the edge. Books include Remnant in the Stars, The Loudest Actions, Lines of Succession, Mindstorm, Condemned Courier, the Yerushalayim series, and Animal Eye. Find author Cindy Kep at CKOEPP.com today.
Secrets, trust, worth. The bond between souls intertwined within otherworldly intrigue. Michaela Jade brings forth the Elite Warrior series, a collection of dark fantasy romance novels set in a twisted world where power lusts in the hearts of men and devotion seduces the souls of women. Warrior's Secret, Warrior's Trust, and Warrior's Worth. Available now at authormichaelajade.com.
Nothing unusual about a 4 a.m. call to a back alley in downtown Kenton. A young woman lying pristine and unmarked on the cold, hard ground. I get to work quickly, but there's not much to go on here. No marks of any kind, no signs of struggle, just a dead Vic in the middle of an alley. And then there's that. Dead body in a dumpster that looks like a grizzly bear has crawled its way out of his stomach.
Sunsworn Wings of Vengeance is funding now on Indiegogo. Don't miss this action-packed space fantasy adventure sure to rekindle your love for the genre. Get it now on Indiegogo or just go to sunsworn.com.
In a world ravaged by monsters, a new evil has risen, poisoning the land and threatening humanity. Now, the Monster Matador, along with the meanest and baddest kaiju killers, have joined forces to kick its ass. Monster Matador, Afropocalypse.
When they mined an area, tape. Right across that line. See? And if you walk on the wrong side of that yellow tape, you blow up.
Strange Tales 136. I remember it very clearly, and that was my first exposure to Kirby. And I wanted to show it to people.
And that one is actually live right now, so you can go check it out.
You speak as though I have conquered death. I live death every day. I am surrounded by it, smothered by it. Look at you now. He would have everlasting life. You seek to defy death, yet you cannot even defy sleep. And our like sleep is to death. It is a painted death.
Gotta have my pops.
Oh, what a smart kid. Gotta have my pops.
Gotta have my pops.
Gotta have it. Gotta have it.
Gotta have my pops.
What's up, my friend? How you doing today?
Chilling. I'm exhausted. Tired as fuck.
Munchkins coming through the door yelling.
Well, what happened? What?
Can I have a sweet snack?
No!
Dad's here, not my call. Oh, what do you think of that?
I don't know.
How you doing, Rich?
I'm doing all right. Let me put the volume up on my damn phone. It's fucking quiet. It's too quiet.
Oh.
Who are the victims today?
Well, we got Doc and Blood and Mud. You know.
I'm eye rolling at Doc because
this is one of the reasons that I have friends. It's like that way if I don't have a guest, I can go, hey, yo, you want to jump in here? They jump in. You know, the show goes on, right?
The show goes on.
At 4:30, we have Ascendant Comics, which that campaign is blowing up. So it's going to be awesome talking to them.
I cannot wait. I'm excited.
And at 5 o'clock, we are launching Morgan Quaid's Indiegogo. That one we
What?
just saw. Yeah.
What? We're launching
Shadow's
that shit?
Daughter.
Woo!
Yeah.
He's Quaid.
So,
I'm Quaid.
We got people.
Quaid.
So, Max.
What up?
Now then.
I'm Quaid.
I have to do
I'm
this.
gonna say that shit so many times. Did it to Morgan Quaid. I'm gonna go. I'm Quaid. I'm Quaid.
All right. Are you ready for this?
No.
So just sit right down, relax, open your ears real wide and say, give it to me straight, doctor, I can take it.
Kick the chops out from under the wheels. Flaps up. No offense, Margaret. Contact. We're off. Rum, rum.
Doctor, give me the news. I got a bad case of loving you.
Oh, what heights will hit. On with the show. This is it.
The doctor is in, baby.
Watching Rich's facial expressions through your intro is fucking hilarious.
I love it. He's so jealous.
I am jealous. I can never be as sexy or as fucking man. Doc has more manhood in a leftover hangnail than I have in my entire fucking body.
Listen, let me tell you. Since you
brought
up hangnails, I just pulled one. Oh my God, there was blood, there was tears.
Yeah, there you go. See, I feel like
why do you pull them? Why do you not get a nail clipper and just clip it off down?
It was with a nail clipper, and it clacked. And then there was
Doc does not feel pain
everywhere.
He just pulls that shit off, and it's like
yeah.
Anybody else who doesn't do it is a pussy.
Because of the leprosy, I can no longer feel pain. What you got, bud?
You got something from the mail? Wow, that's amazing.
Is that what I sent you?
Someone sent me something today. I don't know what the fuck it was.
Well, let's see what you got.
Jim O'Reilly.
Oh.
How did Jim O'Reilly send that to you if he's still in my fucking basement, this guy?
He slid it under the door for the mailman.
I guess, because, Jim spent all that time in the closet. Ha! Ha! Ha!
Hey, Pops, I don't know about you, but we had a great time on Good Stuff last night.
Dude, I had a blast.
That's more fun than I've had sober since 1970 something.
Well, that's one of the things I love about them. They put some time in it. They put a little work in it. They put on a great fucking show.
They do. And I've seen the show, but to be a part of it was entirely different. It was really cool. And I don't know why more people don't know who Rich is. Rich is a celebrity. Why is he not getting the props he should get?
Because I'm not doing shit right now. I'm not. Celebrity doesn't get me unless I'm getting that. But it's just like I'm not doing anything at this point. I'm working on the stuff that I work on, and it'll be ready when it's ready. And I got stuff I got to take care of in order to take care of the business that I'm doing now.
This is Rich, everybody. Rich.
Thank you. Hello.
Is a superstar.
I am not a superstar.
So, Pops, before you do that, hail Paul Gomez, hail Atrocity Press, hail Phil Leon, hail Eric the Guapo, hail Shadowhawk. Good to see you guys.
Fuck all of them except for Shadowhawk.
Oh, shit.
I didn't say that.
I did. I said it.
Go unsubscribe from the Richness.
Look, you got to be nicer to the people involved in my project. Paul's one of
Well,
my
all right. I love all of you.
So check this out, guys. You're gonna like this.
Look at it.
What in the hell is that? My God.
Beautiful, beautiful.
I give up. I freaking give up.
Now you get to give up, Rich.
I quit. I fucking quit. That's it. I quit.
Damn Jim O'Reilly.
You know why I'm not famous? You know why I'm not famous anymore? Because fucking Jim O'Reilly.
Because of Jim O'Reilly.
Because of Jim O'Reilly, you bastard.
He got out of the basement and did this shit.
No, he went back into the closet where he belongs.
This is going to be available on the Cromniverse campaign.
Nice, nice.
That's a beautiful
going
piece.
to be available.
What is that shipped in? Is that a Mylar sleeve?
It's a top loader.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure. I might have to keep the inks, but the pencils will definitely be.
Pops, you don't get to keep any of it. It's all for the campaign.
Look at that. Look at that.
It is awesome.
Crom Comics Group.
Are you kidding? Oh my God.
Dude, look, come on.
Now, the only thing, Jim, when I did my knockoff cover, it says comics code not approved. I put not in there very small. What's going on, Jim? He says he got out of the basement.
Dude, is that beautiful or what? We're just going to put it back there where people can
yeah, it's awesome.
Can look at it. Yeah, change look. Oh, look at that. It's just right there. Oh, shit.
It gave Rich indigestion. Look at it. It's just terrible.
Oh, there he is. See? He said, hey, everyone. Yes.
And
Max said, Rich, suck it.
You suck it. I'm free of the basement.
Jim.
Oh, God.
That's amazing, brother.
That is, Jim, that is one hell of a piece of fucking art. I quit. I quit. I am never gonna draw in the same fucking parallel universe as Jim O'Reilly does, because then I'll just be like, all right, fuck, I better leave Earth 616 and hit Earth 96.
Yes, let's go.
35 billion shit, whatever.
I'm with you. We got to get off the prime reality because there's just
I quit. I'm like Eminem the first time he heard 50 Cent. He's like, oh, I quit. That's it. I'm done. I give up. I fucking quit. That's it. I can't do anything else that this guy has not done in less than 5 minutes. I quit. That's it.
It puts the lotion on its skin.
It puts the lotion on the basket. It puts the lotion on its skin. Look, you velvety voiced bastard, Phil Leon.
I know, huh? Could you imagine him and Doc just like talking?
No, because then if him and Doc start having a conversation, thousands of women's vaginas will spontaneously explode.
Here we go.
You know,
Phil and I were talking on the phone one day, and
someone got pregnant.
Stronger than that.
I was going to say that it was just a coincidence that the lady next door conceived at that very moment.
Oh my God! Okay, the opinions in the following broadcast are not necessarily the opinions of the Monday Madness Comic Talk or Pops Van Zandt Comic Related Madness and staff contributors or sponsors.
Contributor.
Contributors.
Or sponsors.
Sponsors. The show is rated TV-Ma. Viewer discretion as visit. There. Visit.
The other night we had picking up words, yo. It was
You'll never find.
Yeah. I know, right? Well, what town do you live in, Doc? What town do you live in? Like, because whatever town it is, if there's a population boom in about 10 months and stuff, we know why. Because you and Phil had a conversation on the phone.
Yes, Rich's heart is
amazing. Well, thank you, but you know, I'm like, whatever.
Rich is what I aspire to.
God, please don't ever say that to yourself or whatever.
Conversely, never meet your heroes.
Oh God, I gotta scratch my armpit, man. Okay.
Pops, I do have a question though.
What would that be?
Why am I here right now?
Why not?
You're here to promote your book.
Yeah, you're
I'm
part of
for
the
about
Trinity
20
also,
minutes.
my friend.
I am?
For about
Yeah.
20 minutes.
I'm totally unprepared for this. Listen.
Do
Let
you
me tell you
remember
something.
me hitting you up the other day and saying we don't got a 4 o'clock? You want to come out and pimp Pariah? And you said, yeah.
I barely remember walking in this room. Okay. Pretty sure I had a stroke. Yeah, let's
Is that a pimple?
Jesus Christ, Pops. We go from good stuff to this. You want to play the video, Pops, or you want me to share it, or what you want?
Go ahead, share it. Be in control. Be in control.
I don't like being in control. I have issues.
Oh, it's like not being in control. It's like not being on top. Of course, you like being in control.
I actually like it better when she's on top, but okay.
Okay, that's TMI. That's all I needed to know.
Let's watch this video here.
Yes. All the sexiness in the video.
Christopher Doc Blaloch. Comes a tale of supernatural revenge. After witnessing a brutal murder by a Russian mob boss, Elizabeth Payne is hunted down, beaten, assaulted, and left for dead. What they didn't know is that Elizabeth is descended from a centuries-old lineage of powerful witches. And she's back now. She does not want justice. Revenge is not enough. It's blood she's after, and there's no depth to it she won't sink, no price she will not pay to get it.
Revenge, the sweetest morsel to the mouth that ever was cooked in hell.
From Throwback Studios. Published by Dark Comics. Pariah, Blood and Mud. Sign up today. Only on Indiegogo.
Yeah, man. So, here's the scene I'm working on right now. Let this set a mood for you.
What?
Something horrible was done to the girl, and she's going to get revenge. We've all seen that story a million times over. It's the Punisher. It's without remorse. It's I spit on your grave.
Yeah.
Elizabeth is walking home after a night's, let's say, reconnaissance of one of the guys she's going to torture to death. And she witnesses a young lady being sexually accosted in an alleyway. And she doesn't bat an eye. She just keeps walking. Because she's not a hero. She's not a superhero. So the next day, she's killing a little time in the park waiting on someone to show up. And she sees mothers playing with their children. And she wonders why she doesn't even feel anything. That's not her life. She doesn't want it. She can't have it. And the only thing she really wonders is, why don't I feel bad? Do I not even have a soul anymore?
Sounds like.
Because does she?
Well, she doesn't. She can't have what she sees anymore.
She lives for only one thing, and it goes beyond revenge. You guys ever been wronged really bad?
Yeah.
And revenge just was not enough. I mean, going to kick somebody's ass just wasn't going to do it. You know, you needed them to admit everything they ever did to you, and then you beat their ass, and then they had to apologize to you afterwards and thank you for the ass whooping, and that might be enough.
There's a few people that I know of right now that are beyond any type of redemption or apology.
Right.
They're actually it's actually a good thing that I'm here in the UK because
That's why he moved there. That's why he moved there.
Do you guys know what a terminal bucket list is?
Yes, absolutely.
No, I don't actually. What is that?
It's the people you're gonna knock off before you go.
That's if you find out you're terminal. That's the list of people you're going to take with you.
Oh, they're all gonna fucking die. If I'm terminal, that's the end of that shit. Oh yeah.
But Elizabeth, in Pariah, Blood and Mud, she really struggles with her own humanity because she did not realize how low she would stoop, not in what she's doing to the bad guys, but in how she feels about the world at large. And that story arc, does it have a redemption or does it not? You know, that's where that's where we're headed with this thing.
Well, it's more tragically romantic if there isn't a redemption, because not every story has to have a happy ending.
Exactly right. Exactly.
You know, but there could be forms of redemption that are unknown to the person. There are forms of redemption that are unknown to the main protagonist that he or she can do without even realizing that they're done. You know, kind of like how an act of kindness affects a person's life, a stranger's life. It could be something along those lines.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, so guys, if you haven't signed up yet for Pariah, Blood and Mud, do so. A little bit. I don't want to call my art innovative. I'm a good artist, but
you
I'm
are
not
a very good artist.
I'm not a great inker like my friend above me there, Rich, who is amazing. He can sling that ink. But I am good enough to use everything at my disposal to create a book that includes acrylic, India ink, pencil, charcoal, blood, sweat, and tears to create something visually different from almost anything you've seen before. So I'm hoping
it has that feel to it. Looking at some of the art in that trailer, it has that feel to it. It's you know what? Just because I used to do all that slinging ink, whatever the fuck it is, it's like a lot of times, you know. I mean, I will say this: the Marvel and DC style is kind of homogenized. You know, it doesn't really have. It's like make the thick lines thicker and the thin lines thinner, and make it pop, and put the cross hatching in there or something.
Yeah,
you know, and it really is just that much of that. You know, it doesn't really have its own flavor. It tries to be European influence, but they are not. And what yours has is the way that you ink is a reflection of the way the book is supposed to look. So, or the story is supposed to be. You know, it's unclean. It's not. I'm not going to say distorted. I'm going to say raw. I'm going to say a little bit broken for a reason. And when I say that, I mean that as a stylistic impression, not as a quality of the work. It's just, it has that thing where it's like, this is how humanity is in this universe, and we see it through her eyes as well. So, yeah, you hit the mark with
raw
that
feeling. I wanted a very gray and dismal world because that's what her world becomes.
Yeah.
There are the panels or the pages where she is away from the locus of control are very bright and traditional comic book work. I haven't shared any of those because that's actually, you know, the more surprising part of this. But when she goes back into the locus of control for the story, then it is a dark, nasty, dismal world, and with no light in it. So something a little different.
No, I'm glad, because I've seen too many copiers of the image style of the early 90s, and I'm like, all right, whatever.
No, fortunately, I had already developed my style before Image even existed, so thank God for that. I mean, my biggest influences are George Perez and John Byrne and the Buscema's.
Perez. George Perez.
Perez.
Yes.
I got to shake his hand and I got to tell him thanks, and that matters to me because he is truly a god among men when it comes to art.
I know I was corrected by somebody close to him that the emphasis is on the first syllable.
Yes, you are right, Perez, not Perez. All right, now go sit in your room, Pops. I was having a moment, and you just took it away from me.
Yeah, man.
And you're very welcome, Shadowhawk. I'm glad you enjoy it. I was on with Vic King, and both of us were drawing Salamandroid.
What happened with Salamandroid?
Vic and I both were drawing Salamandroid one night on his stream, and Shadowhawk in the chat purchased mine, so I'm happy he got it. Happy he's enjoying it.
Well, aren't you the stylish person? Woo! I dig it. Congratulations, man.
Oh, I got a Hulk going on too. You want to see my Hulk?
I don't have a Hulk. That's sexy as fuck. Oh wow, look at that shit. God damn.
Yeah, about 40% there.
Rah.
Oh, Shadowhawk bought the Vic King piece as well. Nice.
Wow, Shadowhawk didn't buy anything of mine. I hate you, Shadowhawk.
And that is the first time I've ever drawn the Hulk.
It's a good rendition of the Hulk. Pops.
Normally, when I do that build of a character, if I do a tribute piece, it's usually the Thing. I love Ben Grimm. He's the best thing about the Fantastic Four.
I think he is. Yeah, he's pretty much the heart and soul of that team. Where reads the brain, soothes the boobs, and Johnny is the flame. You know.
That was a perfect summation of the.
Hi, Stephen Brown Art. Hi.
Hey, Stephen. Hope you're feeling good today, buddy.
I hope he's feeling good today too. Why was he feeling bad earlier?
Yeah, he had a rough week with some dizziness and stuff.
Oh man, that's actually serious. I'm sorry.
Yeah, said he's feeling better.
Oh,
Shadowhawk says, Rich, draw Salamandroid and he'll buy him.
No, I don't want to draw Salamandroid.
Rich?
What's a Salamandroid?
Look him up.
Dude, come on.
All right.
Cyberfrog, Salamandroid.
Okay, I'll draw Salamandroid.
You have to look enthusiastic about it though.
I'm gonna draw Salamandroid today.
There you go. There you go. There's the pose for Wizard Magazine, if only it still existed.
I gotta take a selfie with all those Photoshop filters so I don't look as hideous as I usually do.
They don't have enough filters for this.
No, they don't. They don't have enough filters for this face either. I have a face that radio would reject. Christ.
Yeah, every time I go in the restroom to check my appearance, there's this old fat guy in the way. He won't move. He just keeps staring at me back from the mirror, the bastard.
Do you tell him to go fuck himself? You fuck.
Every day of my life. Every day of my life. This can't be me. Every person, by the way, the Matrix got this part right. And remember, I'm a retired counselor. Everyone has something called a residual self-image. And that is the you that you see in your head, in your dreams, and when you think about yourself. And it is rarely the actual person in the mirror.
Yeah, that's very true. I look like Bradley Cooper with a bigger heart.
My residual self-image is my young self with a full head of hair, and I'm in great shape. And then the guy in the mirror just busts that balloon. Hey, Ninja, what's
going on here?
What's going on? What's going on? You guys,
we're in the middle of a surrealistic, lucid dream right now. We're just having too much fucking fun.
You guys think about that in the chat and pop.
Oh yeah,
there's an image you have of yourself in your head, and particularly when we get older. The reality is not that image. They don't match. The further we move from that idealization, the more discordance we feel. So, yeah.
I don't know. I get closer and closer to mine. I'm almost Sam Elliott.
You're Sam Elliott. What the fuck, man? I can't imagine
wait
that.
Until the hair goes gray. I'm gonna grow the mustache out all big again, and I'm gonna be Sam Elliott again.
The smarts, don't
it? Sam Elliott, Phil Leone, and Doc Blaloch in the room talking about all the manliest shit on the planet. That's it. Every single woman in the United States is going to be knocked up by the end of the day because it's just like osmosis.
Listen, I can sound like Sam Elliott, but I more look like
it's Frank It's Sam Elliott. It's Sam Elliott.
I see Frank Zappa. I see Frank Zappa.
Frank Zappa, really?
I see
That's
Zappa.
awesome. That's fucking awesome. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Frank Zappa. Holy shit, he's not wrong. He's not wrong.
He's spot on.
He is. Oh God.
What's funny is that Pops was
man.
like about 100 other stoners from the 80s because that's how they all looked.
Yep.
They all had the porn mustache, the mullet.
I looked like Chuck from Three Dog Night. There was so many people that, hey, you look like you. I'm like, nah, they look like me.
I like that one. Oh man. Oh God.
I keep getting older, but they keep looking the same. All right.
Doc, when's your campaign starting, man?
I'm hoping to launch around May 1st.
All right, good.
Yeah. Pop's off a Roadhouse remake. Don't get us started on Roadhouse. You know, that's just the manly.
That's the greatest movie ever made. The greatest movie of all fucking time. Ever. That is the greatest movie I have ever seen.
I want you to be nice.
Yeah, I want you to be nice. And there's two lines in that movie that I remember the best. I want you to be nice, and I fuck guys like you in prison. Like a minute before he rips his throat out.
Yeah,
it's like, well, I wouldn't have said that there, Marshall Teague. I would have kept my mouth shut. But now that you say you gotta do like forcible sex acts on Patrick Swayze, he has to pull your throat out. Oops.
You don't get to live after that.
You don't. Patrick Swayze don't play that way.
And remember,
especially when he does like patter, 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 patter on his little like on his little boxing thing where it's like
and then he does the ballet down the ropes.
I know. It's like when I have a kid, I'm naming him Dalton. Oh my God. His name is Dalton. Oh God. You say Dalton, if you say Dalton in the right tone, so someone starts to ovulate. I swear to God, it's like
I'll say this though, the version they did of Knock on Wood in that movie with that girl actress singing it.
Oh, who is that? That's Amanda. Is that Amanda Plummer?
I don't know. She was kind of one of those frumpy dumpy actresses.
Well, I think she was Amanda Plummer. It's one of her earlier roles, I think.
But she did a
great. That was Jeff Healey with her, though, man.
Yeah, you listen. I could sound good with Jeff Healey.
God, you know? Anybody could sound good with fuking Jeff Healey. God, I never knew he was blind. I don't know what the hell's wrong with me, but man is blind and he plays like that.
Yeah, he's fast. I think I didn't have that problem because I saw him in a video before I ever heard him without a video. So I was like, okay, cool, he's blind. But yeah, he's badass, man. Jeff Healey band, kill it.
He is. Jesus God, man. That still is the greatest movie of all time. I could watch that forever.
That other Shakespearean line from Roadhouse: "You're too stupid to have a good time."
Yes, you're too stupid to have a good time.
Shakespeare it just flows right off the tongue. You're too stupid to have a good time.
Yes, that is true. I am.
All right, so I don't know if you guys are ready for this or not.
Oh no, I'm not ready for anything.
Look,
especially prime time. Yeah,
we were getting into Roadhouse, man. That's
Roadhouse.
You better head us off quick.
Stop because we're going to talk about Roadhouse for the next 5 years.
It is definitely time to move forward with the show, baby.
It's Wade Garrett.
Exactly Wade Garrett,
right?
Wade. I heard you were the best. Wade Garrett's the best.
Man, this one.
Well, yeah, he is.
So what we got right now? We have he just disappeared. He's still. His chair is still there.
Where the hell did he go?
This is your big break to be on a monster show like this, and you walk
away.
Put
him on, and there's a chair there. We can make it look unprofessional.
No, we're not trying to make it look, this guy's book is killing it, yo. You guys
it is. Well, what's his book called?
Ascendant Star-Spangled Squadron.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to share the screen here because this one is, you know.
Let's see this baby.
One of those, man. It's one of those.
Let's see this thing.
Look at this, man.
Wow.
Yeah, wow, exactly.
That's Spielberg's work.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Yes, roll that beautiful bean footage.
96-page graphic novel.
That's involved.
Wow. 249 backers? Wow.
Yeah. Congratulations. Yeah. Alexander, congratulations.
Yeah.
If you come back from the freaking bathroom.
I'll go get him. Wait.
There he goes. He's back. Here we go.
I don't want to see him now. He's late. He's late for his own thing.
Alexander.
Yo, I'm here.
Welcome to the Madness.
Jesus Christ, you look like David Tennant.
I look like who?
You look like David Tennant.
Oh, I don't know.
I thought you were like the 10th. That's a good thing. I thought you were like the 10th Doctor Who or something.
That's awesome. Yes.
I was like, whoa. All right. It's not David Tennant. All right.
I got to warn you. That's my co-host. And he jokes and he messes around a lot. So
I'm
try
good
not
with
to
that.
take
I'm
anything
ready.
too seriously, except when he's talking about your work, because he don't fuck around when he's talking about your work.
Gotcha. Okay.
Alexander, that is your name that it says in the green box, right?
Yeah, although you can go with Alex. You know.
All right, Alex. 249 backers. That means there's something great about your book. Do you want to elaborate on that?
Are we live? Am I elaborating?
Yeah, no, this is Memorex. Of course we're live.
All right.
And you're not rushed. You got like 30 minutes. We're gonna go through your campaign a little bit. We'll play the video whenever you want to.
Gotta hurry it up. Hurry it up. Hurry it up.
Yeah. Well, why don't we play the video and then I'll tell you what's great about it.
Right. In December 2020. That's good music.
You know, we were just talking about old school pre-image art, and this is it. This is wonderful.
They're all in an elevator.
Wonderful. Jim O'Reilly says, awesome work. Yeah.
I like it.
I'm impressed.
Is this your art and story?
I'm sorry, what?
Is this your art and story?
No, it's not my art. So it's my story. It's based on the Ascendant universe, which I created for the Ascendant role-playing game that I published last year. The art team is Meljoy San Juan and 2 colorists, J. David Ramos and Rovel Yumel, all Filipino talent that I got hooked up with via Glasshouse Graphics, which is run by my friend David Campetti. So, and they did the art for the game as well. And then there's a cover by Jinky Coronado, a cover by Will Conrad, a cover by Meljoy, and then there's also a cosplay cover of the Austrian cosplay model, Elisa Albrecht. There's the, you're just scrolling through the cosplay cover right there. Yeah, so what makes the book awesome? I guess, you know, obviously opinions really vary on what makes a good comic book these days. All I can say is that I wanted to do a comic that reminded me of the really awesome style of art that I liked of 90s Image comics, but that had a story that wasn't, you know, absolutely nihilistic and filled with nothing but anti-heroes that were depressing and brooding. So I thought to myself, you know, what if you have kind of an actual almost Silver Age Christopher Reeves like Superman, and he teams up with a Pamela Anderson as barbed wire type character in an Image 90s style, and it just had a ton of fun with it. You know, I think the art came out really iconic and sexy and violent and glorious, and the story itself is an origin story for both the characters and the universe. So it's kind of day zero of the Ascendant universe, and the first superhumans are appearing, and the world begins to spiral out of control.
Very cool. Very cool. You know, I hear what you're saying, but I don't get Image from that at all, man. I get the real classics. I'm getting some John Burns, some George Perez, some of that dynamic 70s and 80s art. So
yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lot of that vibe as well. And George Perez is actually a buddy of David Campetti's. So I'm certain that some of the folks that David has trained have some influence from that.
Nice. I love it. I think it looks clean and sharp.
I've had Will Conrad on at CromCon before. I know that.
Yeah, he did. So Will did the patriotic cover, which is the team in front of the U.S. Capitol building. Which itself was hilarious, because when I commissioned that cover, I was like, well, you know, we live in really controversial times, and so many different symbols can mean so many different things. But, you know, what's one symbol that America can really get behind? We all love the Capitol building. And then I swear to God, I commissioned that cover in November 2019.
You're conditioned to love that image because it's on the back of the money.
Money, right? Well, and then lo and behold, I'm like, oh, Capitol insurrection. Well, way to go, way to pick.
Yeah.
And now the new images with barbed wire around it.
Yeah, it's totally different now.
You know, so anyway.
Listen, we live in a world where, you know, the American flag and Jesus Christ are considered offensive. So
we live in bizarro world.
Who cares anymore what other people think?
No, it's really true, right? Like I was trying to run ads for the campaign on Facebook, and literally just like the image of American Eagle, who's like just a dude in a cape who looks kind of like a cross between Superman and Captain America, was triggering all sorts of really offensive comments. And so, you know, I had to like change up the keywords of my campaign to eliminate people who hate America. So,
wow.
Yeah.
It's
crazy.
It's a strange new world we've entered. I have a theory about that, though, Alexander. I think that they were right. They were right. The world ended in the year 2000, and the Catholics are right. We're living in purgatory.
I mean, you know, I remember when 9/11 happened, and I had this moment where I was like, holy shit, we just entered a new timeline written by Tom Clancy.
Right. Because it happened in a Clancy book.
It did, yeah. Like,
maybe, but
by Bozo.
He's one of me. He's a Clancy fan.
Wait a second. I was there when it happened. I used to live in New York City.
Me too. I lived in New York when it happened.
Where were you in New York?
I was in Astoria, Queens.
I was a block away.
From 9/11?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Okay, so you lived in like Battery Park.
Well, I lived in the Bronx. I was on my way to visit my family in Staten Island when I decided to get off around Cortlandt Avenue. No, what is it? It's a oh God, what is that stop? But what is that stop by the World Trade Center? It's Court something.
None of us know, so just keep
Yeah,
going.
I know what you mean though. There was a stop.
Yeah, it was right by Century 21.
Yep.
Yeah, it was right. It's the stop right by Century 21. And I got off, and I'm looking up, and I'm like, well, who the fuck who flew a plane there? You know, and because it's a crystal clear sky, and then I saw the second one, I'm like, yeah. You know, and I don't know if Tom Clancy envisioned anybody falling out of a building and falling 85 stories.
Man, so you were. So did you get hit by the dust cloud? And
almost. Me and a bunch of people who I'll never see again ran for our lives because we were too busy transfixed with this thing that was falling.
Right.
And I don't remember running as fast as I ever did. And yeah, that was really shitty. And then the next one fell.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, if you've ever stepped on a bug really hard, that's what a human looks like after it falls 85 stories. Yeah. So, I mean, I understand it. It might seem like it, but the way I'm not upset or anything, but the way you said that it's like we stepped into a Tom Clancy type novel. That's what a lot of people would think of this. It's like, oh my God, it's like it's from Independence Day or something. I'm like, no, this is real. It kind of sucks, you know. And it's like. Yeah, a lot of things did change that day, and it was really, really fucking horrible. Especially with it was just that's not a day that I like reliving.
Now, did you stay? Did you stay in?
No, because I didn't want to die of like inhaling smoke or whatnot. I left immediately after. As soon as the dust cleared from the first collapse, I just kept on running.
Yeah,
I ran all the way to Union Square. My lungs were burning. I felt like I was dying, but I did not care. I did not want to die.
Yeah. So for me, I was laying in bed. It was like 7:30 in the morning or something, and I get this phone call from one of my suite mates' mothers, and she's freaking out, and she's like, "You guys need to take cover. Airplanes are falling out of the sky. It's on the news." We're just like, what, because she was sort of like a little bit of an older lady with, and we kind of thought she was crazy. So we go all kind of gather around. We turn on the news just in time for the second airplane to hit. And it's like, wow.
Yeah, I was getting ready to go to work, watched it all happen on TV, got to work, told my boss, he said, fuck it, we're all going home. We all watched TV, waiting for the wars to start.
But to circle this back to what Alexander was talking about, 9/11 was the most horrific thing that's ever happened to us.
Mm-hmm.
But 9/12 and 13 and 14, this was the most united we've been since World War II.
It's true.
And somehow,
do we also know how lucky we are that we haven't had this happen to us on a constant basis?
Yeah, somehow we've forgotten those lessons, and having a patriotic hero being seen as a bad thing. Are you shitting me?
Crazy, isn't it?
It
so
is.
I actually went back and looked up the 9/11 transcript for how they reported the events and how people were reacting at the time. And in the role-playing game, I have the whole backstory is presented kind of as an epistolary format through news articles and things. So a lot of the presentation of the first battle between American Eagle and Manticore, which happens in the city of Atlanta, was actually based on the 9/11 news coverage. Because I figured that seeing superheroes actually go to battle in a major U.S. city would have like that equivalent level of shock on people.
But of course, Atlanta looks like that happened now. So,
all right, so let's check out these tiers. We got the digital PDF for $10. Now remember, this is almost 100 pages, yo. So,
yes,
it's 10 cents a page for you math people, all right? You got a 3-pack bundle with the trading cards. This is from the game, right?
Yeah, so the trading cards are to use with the game. They got the character sheets with the characters on the back, and they're kind of fun.
All right. The standard print edition with the Will Conrad patriotic cover A. Some of you Madness people will remember Will Conrad was in like CromCon 2. 2 or CromCon 3 way back then. Ain't seen him in a while, but you know what kind of stuff he does. It's awesome. And then what do we got here? This $30 Meljoy San Juan manga cover.
She's the interior artist, and she's from the Philippines, and she enjoys manga. So she asked to do one version of the cover, and she made it feel kind of like a manga cover.
See, now if she did the interior, she should get the A cover. I'm just saying.
Fair enough. Next time.
Everybody else is a variant, right? Everybody else is a draw, but if the interior artist actually does a cover, they should get that A cover because that's
they should. That's just
me.
You know what? I take it as a lesson learned for next time.
Go.
Shadowhawk wants to know: is this Indiegogo or Kickstarter?
It's on Indiegogo, bro.
It is, and the reason he's asking that is Shadowhawk Backs is his name, and Shadowhawk Backs is what he does.
Yeah, please, it's Indiegogo. So I had previously been having some problems with Kickstarter. The guy that used to run Kickstarter's gaming channel didn't like me, and so my campaigns tended to get suppressed. So I decided to switch over to Indiegogo, where they're a lot more supportive.
Good man. Listen, a certain company that I won't name, Kickstarter, owns GoFundMe, and GoFundMe decided they would take the money that people sent to the protesters who were peacefully protesting in Canada and send it to whoever the hell they wanted to before they were forced to just refund it. Forever losing my respect.
My problem is that they can shut all of us down at any time if we don't build a platform of our own. Remember that.
Which is happening.
It's true. Yeah, I don't know how much you guys ever looked into my background, but I enjoyed, the outrage mob and was canceled and all the good things. So
same. Welcome to the club, brother.
Thank you, man. Glad to be here.
Month, bro. Happens to me once a month.
It's kind of diminishing returns on being canceled, right? Like, at a certain. That's why now I can get away with. I'm like, this is this hero who's dressed up in black latex. What are they going to do? Cancel me again?
Yeah, right. Exactly. Exactly. But this does, all of that aside, this looks amazing, and being that you're a Tom Clancy fan, I gotta assume the writing is going to be just as good.
Alex, I want to apologize in advance. The reason why I'm yawning so much is because the job that I have, I live in the United Kingdom. So right now it's just about 9 o'clock, and I have to get up at 5 to catch a bus at 6:20 to get to the train at 7:10 to get to Leicester, which is about maybe 20 miles away on a train, and work from 8 until 3, and then my commute doesn't end until I get home a little bit before 6.
You can take the man out of New York, but you can't take the New York commute out of the man.
Yeah, I know. I was like, what the fuck? I mean, I couldn't get a job that was like around the block. And I'm just like,
geez. That literally reminds me of a New York commute. That's terrible, man. I'm sorry.
It is. It's like, and here I am. I'm like bleary-eyed, and I haven't even had the temerity of having like a pound of marijuana to smoke. Just like. Why can't it be the 80s where I could have done lines of coke?
Jeez.
Well, you guys look like I had like a frosty donut on my face.
Yeah.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Disavow.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
I personally don't know what you're talking about, but I've heard rumors of these things.
Yes.
Me too.
We've heard these things.
Yeah.
All right, let's look at these tiers. Come on, Pops.
Blood.
We're at the four cover collection, $85. Is there a difference between
that's the early bird and then the normal? Yeah.
Okay.
So if you was an early bird, you got all 4 for $85, and
wow,
wasn't, you can get all 4 for $100.
Right.
Print edition with a sketch cover, $60. Print edition with the foil variant racy cover, C. Oh, I like that cover on the bike. That's nice.
Yeah.
I like that. Cool. Deluxe cover collection with 4 standard print editions and 1 exclusive print edition. premium cover bundle with all 6 print editions.
Nice.
And the Gamer Mega Bundle with all 6 print editions and the complete RPG with its accessories. See, now you're getting down into it. You got the Ultra Collector, where I will never have enough money to buy. You got
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah.
Man, there's a whole bunch of stuff in that. I'm just gonna say you can get all kinds of stuff there and all kinds of stuff there. And if there's anything that I should really be pointing out, make sure you holler. $1,200 for this times 20 Emporium exclusive.
That's if you're like a major comic shop and you want to back it. Yeah.
Yes,
Nice,
retail tier. We love it. We love it.
Yeah.
We encourage these, actually. People
Yes.
don't have them. We're like, yo, you need a retailer there. You know?
Yeah.
Getting on the store shelves really is the end game, isn't it?
Yeah, no, we actually got one backer at that $20,000 tier. So
Nice.
it's kind of mind blowing, but it was it's a Filipino businessman that he told me that that in the Philippines it's still the 80s and they love hot chicks and guns and violence and the American flag and
trading cards.
Yes.
And he was like, so we're gonna back this, and I love the fact you use Filipino artists. And I'm like,
love the Philippines, man. I love the Philippines.
I'm like, this is so crazy to me that I run my Facebook campaign, on a North American audience, and half the comments are hate, and meanwhile the people in Manila are like, we love this. But
Yes.
that's
Yes.
the world we live in. So
Yes.
Yeah, but that's what I say. It's like the world now. It's being written by Bozo,
Yeah.
not Clancy. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? And, during 9/11, after that, it might have been started writing by Clancy, but in the last 10 years, 12 years, it's been written by Bozo.
Yeah.
It just keeps getting, every day it's another, are you serious?
Yeah, exactly.
There's too many of those.
Listen, I don't know about you guys, but I love waking up, checking Twitter, and finding out all the different ways I'm a racist today.
Let me tell you about the comic backstory because it ties into Clown World, right?
All right.
Most people, they do a comic book and they either say superheroes have been around since the start of the comic book era, right? So they always go back to like the first hero was in the 1930s, or they say no one's ever heard of superheroes and now they've emerged. The way like in Walking Dead, it was like no one had ever heard of zombies is the sort of conceit.
That's not true. Stuff like this has been going on for hundreds of years.
Right. So in Ascendant, the premise is that Marvel movies, DC movies, pop culture, it's all been around just like our real world, but superheroes are just now emerging. And so everyone interprets what's happening from the point of view of Marvel movies and DC movies. And so what happens is the US government says, okay, humans of mass destruction are now real. What do we do? The American public is going to freak the heck out if they're like, this guy can kill me with his mind from 10 miles away. And so you get a couple of brainiacs are like, here's what we're going to do. We're going to dress them up in superhero outfits and give them code names. And then the super soldiers will be like way more appealing to the American people. So they purposefully put the women in crazy costumes because they'd rather people argue on Twitter about whether the costumes are too sexy than have them argue on Twitter about whether or not the U.S. should have humans of mass destruction.
I love it. Which they would do. Which they would absolutely do.
And they put all the superheroes actually work for the Coast Guard, which is hilarious in and itself because it's the Coast Guard, but it's because the Coast Guard is the only armed service that can get around posse comitatus. And so they're able to use them. They're able to use them as a police force as well.
Yes, Alex, that's real. That's a way of getting around the whole collapse of society thing when it comes to the emergence of actual superpowered beings.
Yes,
that's really good. Let me ask you a question. I mean, are you going to put in any type of religious elements in this?
There is a religious element. So
I figured there would be, because it's like if you have someone who flies around like kind of like Homelander or Superman, I mean, he could be viewed as a Jesus Christ-like figure.
That's right. So American Eagle himself he's a Christian married father of 2, and he believes his powers are a gift from God and that he has a duty to use them to help people. So he views his powers from a religious lens. Now, it doesn't get introduced in this graphic novel, but it's in the game, is a whole church develops called the Church of Ascension, which is sort of like similar to Scientology. but they promise that by pursuing their spiritual path, they can help you unlock the superpowers within, and they become the fastest growing new religion in the world.
Wow.
Spreading all over the place.
Wow.
And they have celebrities are joining the Church of Ascension because celebrities want to claim that actually they're superheroes.
Look at the big brain on Alexander, everybody.
Are they an offshoot of Christianity?
The Church of Ascension?
Yeah.
No, so they're actually
more like
they're actually
Scientology, yeah.
Well, how do they feel about the American Eagle then? Because if it's from God,
they think American
this
Eagle
opens
is,
up a lot. Oh my God.
Yeah, they think American Eagle is wrong, but they don't want to like go too far and criticize him because of course.
Right.
Well, yeah.
And then in China, there's a Chinese team, and the Chinese claim that superpowers are based on Qigong somatic science. The Hindu government has a program called the Siddhi Protocol, where they say that the superpowers are actually based on study of yogic siddhis, and they're sponsoring the Church of Ascension in places. And then there's also sort of like lots of other stuff happening in the background as to where there's also a terrorist group called Exodus that is run by a former professor of Nietzschean philosophy. And he believes that superhumans are to humans as humans are to apes. And so he's created this terrorist group which inflicts acts of terror to kill off the weak and cause the mutants to display their ascended superpowers. So random acts of violence in order to bring about ascension. So there's like lots of complex factors happening in the world, and things are spiraling out of control. And we don't get into all of that because it's only 100 pages. So what we do see,
if you sent me that plot summary as an artist, I would go joygasm and then say, yes, I'm signing up. I'm on.
So we got it in the origin story. We have the origin story of Manticore, the origin story of American Eagle, the origin story of Stiletto, and the origin story of the Star Spangled Squadron in their first battle.
Very nice.
That this comic covers. But yeah, so there's religious elements, there's political elements. You know, I really put a lot of thought into the universe, trying to say, what would it really be like if this happened in today's world? And
yeah, that's awesome. Awesome, brother. I can tell you've put a lot of thought into this, and
congratulations on your success as well.
Yeah. One of the keys to Tolkien's success in his writing, not in his financial success, was that he took the time to create the history on which the story was built. And you've obviously put some thought into that too, and that makes for a much richer universe. Pardon the pun, Rich.
So after your cocaine mention, Rich, and like the angle you've got your face, I'm like convinced you're like laying out lines because your face looks like this.
Rich is the sleeping superhero. His code name is Apathy.
I am tired as fuck, but I shall prevail and continue. I shall sally forth or whatever. I don't know.
Lead on, McDuff. Pops, I'm going to bounce. I got to go have dinner with the wife. Alexander, it was very nice to meet you, sir, and I look forward.
Alexander, it was very nice to meet you, sir.
Well,
getting my copy of your book.
We're about to shift gears into a launch party, y'all. So
I will come back, but I got to go have dinner.
I'll see you in a bit.
All right, peace out, everybody.
Peace out.
Cheers.
That's how I say it in Canada.
So yeah, you guys go check out Ascendant. I dropped the link in the chat. Go check it out. Rack it. Do what we do.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome so much. You deserve the success. Congratulations.
Thanks, guys.
We have a big show at the end of the month every month, CromCon. And
yes. Is there any room for him on the show, man?
That's what I was just going to say. Sunday night, 9 o'clock, if you want to come out for Critical Blast, RJ does a panel.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that'd be
awesome. For CromCon. You can even bring Will.
I can ask. Let's see. What day is that? Sunday.
Sunday the 27th.
Sunday the 27th.
9 p.m. Eastern.
8 p.m. Eastern.
9 p.m. Eastern.
9 p.m. Okay. Yeah. I'll be there.
You are more than welcome, man, and we'll talk about it some more. You know.
I'm gonna put that on my calendar right now.
Hey.
Yeah, now I got to add it to the. Do it now so you don't forget. Go add it to the event post. Yes.
Awesome.
All right, cool. I will see you then, Alex.
Okay. Thanks so much, guys. I
See you later, there, buddy.
Having me on the show.
You bet.
See you later, man.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, good stuff. I like that.
Mm.
So, what'd you think, Rich?
It was
like
good.
it? I know you like it.
I liked it.
We have our next guest was out.
Put on Quaid.
Yes, Mr.
Where is
Quaid.
he? Quaid.
Quaid.
Quaid. I'm Quaid. What was I doing on Mars? Why?
Yeah.
I'm Quaid. Quaid will be back in time for cornflakes.
Yes.
The fuck eats cornflakes on Mars?
You know what I noticed, Rich? I noticed that when we went to daylight savings time, that y'all didn't,
Mm-hmm.
and CG bargain bin moved, or we moved into the same time slot as them.
Uh-huh.
So
That's
hopefully
good.
they're about to go off the air, and we'll pick up some more viewers for this, because
Sweet.
Tell the world that this is about to happen, yo. I'm gonna do a little sharing. Morgan,
Yeah.
introduce yourself, my friend, while we're
He's
popping this
Quaid.
out everywhere.
My name is Morgan Quaid. I am
Quaid.
Australian, and I am a writer and a music man and a all-round good guy. Not an artist, but I wish I was. But work with a lot
No,
of
you
cool artists.
don't. No, you fucking don't.
Actually, yeah, I know too many artists. I would. Yeah, I'm glad I'm not an artist. I'd rather be a writer.
Don't.
Yeah,
Be
I've
a
got enough
writer.
self-torture inside. I don't really want that. Yeah.
God,
and I
being
like
an
my
artist
wrists
is
the
such
way they
shit.
are. I don't want them damaged from all of that.
I know. For me, it's all. Well, I'm not going to talk about that now. We're in the witching hour. No. I what was I going to say? I forgot.
Something about Mars, I'm guessing.
Yeah. No. What are you doing on Mars? No, I was about to say. It's you're an Aussie, so it's like Morgan Quaid is so tough that when he pees, the scorpion dies or something. It's just like,
That's it. That's the one.
There you go. Yeah, golden shower.
We did.
The scorpion's like,
That's really not a thing in Australia. We did have just down the road. We did have snakes coming out of the toilet, which is
Jesus,
nice.
Fuck.
Yeah,
what?
Like big snakes coming out. They like the moisture when it gets dry, and they like, I don't know, biting you on the ass maybe.
I'm never fucking going to Australia. Jesus
You'd be curling
Christ,
up in the toilet, and you just walk in the room half drunk, pop the lid up, sit down. Ah!
Yeah, you just gotta check. You gotta check. It's only happened once that I know of, but yeah, for about a month. Oh,
I can't get over
standing
that.
up. Yeah.
God, I don't know.
So,
that's just crazy.
Morgan, tell everybody who you are and
Mm.
why you are here.
Why are you here, Morgan Quaid?
I am here to launch the hyperdrive awesome version of the Shadow's Daughter campaign, which is a 6-issue story about a female bounty hunter that bends Shadow to her will and is an all-round kind of, I have to say it in an American accent, badass, and super cool. So it's kind of, weird fiction, science fiction, fantasy, that sort of thing. But everything kind of centers around this main character. Her name is Summer, and she is pretty cool. So yeah, 6 issues, ready to go. And we're going to launch today, provided I can get all the buttons right and not stuff anything up. I was frantically looking before the show just to make sure. I was listening to you guys and trying to get it all done.
I've been doing the same thing. We're launching ours on Friday, and all I've been worried about is getting that page ready because I do not want to boomer the launch. You know what I'm saying? So take your time, look it over. Man, I mean, I could show off other stuff that you've done. Or I'll tell you what. Let me play these videos while you're making sure. How about that?
Cool. Sounds good.
Because this stuff Oh yeah, both of them. I'll play both of them. I'll play this one first. Here you go. Check this stuff out. Yo.
Nothing unusual about a 4 a.m. call to a back alley in downtown Kenton. A young woman lying pristine and unmarked on the cold, hard ground. I get to work quickly, but there's not much to go on here. No marks of any kind, no signs of struggle, just a dead Vic in the middle of an alley. And then there's that. Dead body in a dumpster that looks like a grizzly bear has crawled its way out of his stomach.
Quaid.
I love it. That's my favorite one. So I haven't done this before. For the first time on this campaign, that issue, as well as the second issue in that series, is going to be available as a digital add-on, which is pretty cool because no one's really seen it before.
Nicely done, man.
And then there's this one. Which we are going to
Shadow's daughter
today. Pedro,
Yeah.
what's up, bro?
Hey.
Hey.
Hello, Pedro.
All right. Well, I'm ready. Whenever you're ready, I'm ready. And damn the consequences.
Drop that link in the private chat real quick so I can put it in the chat.
All right. So, yep. Just getting the link now. That's not the link. I know what I'm doing. It's all good. We're all good now. Everything's fine here. Here we go. Here we go. That's a link. All right. Damn.
Oh yeah.
Now I don't want to
Where is
read
it?
it at all because I'll notice spelling mistakes and all that sort of crap. So
Where's this
as
link?
soon as you launch it.
It is right there. Bam.
Let me see.
Dun, 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 Rich, I want you also to know that this is the guy responsible for our new theme intros for the open draw stream and the Tuesday morning brew and the special.
Thank you, Morgan Quaid.
Yeah, he's the one that put those together for us. Those intros that we got. So.
Quaid.
All right.
How you doing, Quato? That's awesome.
Quaid. Quaid.
All right. Are you ready? Did you hit the button?
I hit the button.
Oh, this thing is live, yo. Now, you've told all your fans and everybody, right?
Yeah, they're sick of hearing from me. But you know,
I'm gonna take some time and share this out to a few different groups. That's what I do. Rich, go ahead and ask the man some questions.
What's the capital of Brisbane?
Australia.
Okay. How many kangaroos does it take to screw in a light bulb?
They have a T-Rex issue, that little arms. So
okay.
Around about 30.
30. Fuck me.
Yeah,
That's a lot.
I've never seen it though. They've never been successful.
Are Australian women pretty?
They are pretty good. They're pretty.
I said pretty, not pretty good. Like, if you're gonna go that route, all right. On a scale of 1 to 10,
I'm not gonna scout. I'm not gonna do that. That's a trap, dude.
Yes, it is. I know. You almost fell for it. All right. What other question?
About the book, Rich. About the book.
Oh yeah, okay. Who drew it?
About 6 different artists at different times. So I had one artist for the first issue, and then a different one for the second issue, and then the 4 standalone issues were 3 different artists.
Wow.
So the four black and white ones are more, they're not traditional manga, but they're Western manga kind of style. So black and white
Western
with
manga.
gray
Oh my
tones.
god.
Yeah. Is that a thing? It
is a thing. Just like pineapple and ham on pizza. That's a thing too.
There we go.
It goes against all forms of existence, and how matter should not be put together that way, because
let's break the universe.
Break the universe with pizza.
Yeah, so there's
how much farther do you want to take this series?
So at least another 2 main issues. So that the 2 color issues are the main story, and that gets you close to kind of halfway. So another 2 issues. They're about first issue 64 pages, second issue is 50 odd pages. So they're quite large. So another 100 or so pages, I think, would probably finish off the main story.
That's awesome.
But there are another 3 side issues that are that, depending on how this campaign goes, we can pick up as digital issues, and then there's another 3 that are coming probably later in the year, or so who knows. Let's go for an even 50, and we'll see how we go. 50 issues, and then just put
That's
them
a
in
lot of
massive...
issues. I hope you get that far, and I hope you get twice as far as that, man. Congratulations.
Thanks, man.
Really,
it's great
That's
fun.
Some great stuff, dude. I'm telling you. Congratulations.
This is the first series I've done with standalones. I tend to write, long series and that sort of stuff, which are exhausting. But this is good because there's just lots of little different stories that you can tell, and kind of sink your teeth into different things without
awesome, man. Without
investing too much.
How many more places are you going to share as link pops?
Everywhere.
Okay, because I'm it's not that I don't want to ask him questions. I'm just barely awake.
Go night-night, Richie Rich.
Are you sure?
Yeah, you can go night-night, Richie.
Morgan, I am very fucking proud of you. You're a good human being, and I wish you all the best of luck with this fucking campaign.
Thanks, man. You go get some night.
I'm gonna try. Are you gonna be? Is Morgan slated for CromCon this weekend?
No, I don't think so. But I might be in the next one or the one after. Yeah.
I would love it if you were, because it'd be awesome. You should show up at CromCon, because then everybody will love you. Quaid.
Thanks, man.
Actually,
I'm going to sleep. Good night, both of you.
Good night, dude.
It is one of those things where CromCon is where I have my biggest viewers. My viewership of the month is always that last weekend when I'm doing the big show. But we have a panel at the end of the show on Sunday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. I don't know what time it is where you're at 9 p.m. Eastern, but we have a final panel with RJ from Critical Blast. And we kind of just bring in whoever that didn't get a spot, and we kind of fill that panel with people that didn't get a spot. So if you're not doing anything Sunday night at 9 p.m., you're more than welcome to join us. Just, holler, hey, give me the link. We are there. What
Sweet.
is up, Raiden Radio? How you doing? We are talking about Shadow's Daughter launch party, man. Launching for the whole story, the whole 6 issues, one story. Yeah. You want to go ahead and give everybody a little rundown? What goes on here?
Yeah, cool. So the main story is there's a demon moon that rises at a point in time, and it kind of hangs in the sky for a few months. And while it's hanging in the sky, the world is transformed, and lots of earthquakes and floods and tsunamis and all that sort of stuff going on. And a certain portion of the population start to exhibit preternatural qualities, like, you know, vampires and werewolves and those sorts of things. And a certain portion of those are what they call mancers, which is, you know, sorcerer kind of people. So they can manipulate certain things, and a very, very small amount of those can manipulate shadow. And the hero of this story is one of those people that can manipulate shadow. But there's only 2 people that they know of that have that ability. There's Summer, who's the main character of this series, and then there's a serial killer that lived sort of, you know, 20 years earlier, that was notorious for using his gift for bad stuff, killing people and such. So there's a real fear associated with the shadow manipulation sort of stuff, which she kind of uses to her advantage because everyone's scared of her, which is kind of nice. But it just shows how rich.
Where's the setting?
It's kind of now, but in an alternate world,
where,
which is
like locate.
Oh,
like,
where?
Yeah.
It's in the US. It's in a city. And apologies if this is a real city. It's in a city called New Kenton, which is kind of, you know, kind of Boston size, you know, sort of city. But it's I purposely didn't pick a real city, but it's
up in
kind
New
of
England. It's up in New England somewhere.
That sort of area.
Okay.
And then
you're gonna have to write a story about something around Louisiana and pull that banjo down and do the theme song with it.
Well, one of the side issues that we're looking at next is it going to be set potentially in New Orleans.
There you go. See what I'm
and
saying?
sort of down that whole area. So I can whip out the banjo.
Look at all that music behind this man. Look, there you go. Listen to
pack the banjo away.
It's up on the wall, man.
Oh, that's a banjolele. That's a ukulele.
Oh, banjolele. It's a little one. Okay.
Yeah, it's a little guy.
Most excellent. I love it. We did a panel a while back on CromCon that was music in their people that, you know, included like MP3s and stuff in their campaigns, or actual actual CDs. You know, we had a whole panel of people that have music involved in their campaign. It was awesome. You'd have fit right in.
Yeah.
But yeah, we want to get some backers for this. We want to get some people looking at it, sharing it out. The problem is that, like I was telling Rich, when they changed the time thing, our show slipped into the same slot as like 4 or 5 other shows when it was pretty clear by myself.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like now there's a whole bunch of other people. So we're going to be hoping for replay viewers. Yo, back this thing. You know what I'm saying? So can you get like just book one? Like if you only have a couple of the books, can you get just what you need to fill out?
You can just get book one, either digital or print, if you just want to start and get a bit of a feel.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, because like for me, I'd be coming in at book 6. I got to read book 1 and know if it's for me before I buy 2 through 6. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you can just pick one and then give it a read, and then the next campaign I run, I always offer all the other stuff anyway. So you could pick it up on the next campaign. There's also so it's pretty much order 1 or get the set of 6, because it didn't make sense to sort of have 1 or 2 separately, because most people that have previously backed have sort of picked up the rest of them in one hit. And all of the standalones are really standalone, so they're not really in any order, so you can kind of take them wherever you want. The other thing though is these are all through my publisher. This is through Super Serious Comics, but they're all going to be available through Marcosia across the world after the campaign finishes. Slightly different, so they won't have the extras in it that you get within the campaign. Right. There's some extra art in the back of issue 2 in particular has got a lot of extra art, so they won't get that, but people would be able to pick them up after that, and I'll have links on my site and all that sort of stuff.
Nice. That's something that people have been talking a lot about not not doing reprints. Okay, when I do this I'm doing this many, and that's it. That's great if your book becomes the most super popular thing out there, but it's like I'm all about reprints, man. I mean, keep printing it, keep getting it in people's hands, and the more people's hands it gets in, then it becomes that super popular thing. You see what I'm saying? But you gotta, you gotta sacrifice in the beginning, just get it in people's hands.
And that's the aim. Yeah, get it in as many as you can.
Yeah, you hear people talk about, I'm not going to do digital because people be pirating them and shit. And it's like,
spreads the word.
Send it to as many people as you can.
Right.
Helps me. Right. That's what I do, is try to get eyes on stuff, right?
Yeah.
So for me, that's like, go ahead, show all your friends, tell them where they can get the printed copy after they read it.
Well, it's a common thing in for writers as well with novels. To give away your first novel, because the whole point is to get readers in it and get them, and then they'll come and see the rest of your stuff. If they like your stuff, they'll grab the rest of it, which is great. But for some reason in comics, there's a bit of a pushback on that sort of stuff.
I didn't like when they started putting the first chapter of the next book at the end of the last book. You know what I mean? It's like you get to the end and they got the first chapter. And don't do that to me.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I mean,
if I liked where it ended.
Yeah,
I'll get
that's
the next
why you have
one.
a cliffhanger, or you have an ending that leads on to it. That's all you need.
Yeah, don't like give me that whole opening sequence of where they're at and describing it and all that. I know where they were at when the last book ended. Let's go. Right. But
that's weird.
It's like it takes you out of the story.
Yeah, it does.
If it's supposed to move on to the next thing, it takes you out of the story. Yeah. But man, what is up? We are here and we are launching Shadow's Daughter. Shadow's Daughter. You can go check it out at that link right there. You can get 6 copies of this bad boy. There you go.
Yeah, here's some of the covers. That's standard cover. So there's 2 variant covers, which for this are unlocked straight away. So you can choose for issue 1 and 2 which of the variants you want.
See, I know that girl right there. I know her. I lived with her for 5 years. I know that girl too. I lived with her for about 1.5 years. Oh man, I don't know her though. I ain't living with no witch yet.
Yeah, no, she's a bit angry there.
Yeah, so I mean that's like 3 different extremes. What's up? You got guns on the hips. She obviously can use blades.
Yeah.
And she has some form of magic as well. Who is this woman?
Well, so she starts off using bladed weapons, and then she realizes at a certain point in time, I can bend shadow. I can do anything. I don't need to use weapons. I can just call the shadow and just, destroy everything. And that's where she is there. She's starting to realize she can do what she wants. The guns are an interesting one because I've had people asked all the time, why does she need guns if she has this amazing ability and everything? But there is a reason for it. You find out later on. And the whole problem of the series is what happens if she loses her power, and how does she deal with that and all that sort of stuff. And one of the ways she deals with that is big guns, just as a backup. You never know.
I love that one too.
That one's cool. She's actually falling through the ceiling in a kind of an arena setup in that one. Hence the title, What Lies Beneath. Yeah, so that's the first variant. That's for Moses May. That's a really cool one. So you can swap that out for issue 1 or 2 for the cover. There's also, I'm doing a Virgin variant version of these as an add-on as well that you can get. Thanks, man. Yeah, these are really cool. These ones.
So
I love this one.
I'm not paying attention to if anybody's backed or not, but if you're backer number 1, by all means, if you don't mind saying it, sing it out. Let us know. Get this ball rolling. Oh, damn. I love that.
Yeah, that one's really cool. That's by an Aussie artist, Daniel Reed. Really, really cool. So that's one of the characters in the second book. His name's Telos, the guy with the 4 hands. Remember the guy I said he's got a heart that pumps blood and a heart that pumps ink? That's that dude.
Yeah, I remember that guy.
But really menacing, kind of pretty cool. That I love that. That's so much detail as well. That's why I did that one as a Virgin variant as well, because it's just such beautiful artwork.
Ooh, that's amazing.
Yeah, so cool.
Yeah, I had to look at it for an extra second. Okay, here's some of the interior art for you guys. Check it out.
Yeah, that's issue 1. So that's one of the color issues.
Oh man,
bit of her bending shadow there, and slapping a dude. So she works for as a bounty hunter, but she kind of works for the Bureau of Preternatural Investigation, which is kind of an FBI deal, but specifically to look at these, kind of freaky dudes like vampires and all that sort of stuff, because they exist in the world now. So she works for them, but she doesn't work. She works with them, but not for them, if that makes sense.
Right.
She doesn't want a government job. She just wants money. Give me the cash. Give me the cash, and I'll do the job.
Yeah, I'm a subcontractor. I'm self-employed. Yes.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I can pick up and leave whenever I want. That's what she likes about it.
So who's the dude with the stash here? Who is that?
Dude with the stash is called Minky. He's kind of like a father figure. He's probably the only person she would allow to hug her without kind of chopping his head off. She's known him for ages. She actually met him. She kicked down the front door of his shop and told him she was going to rip his beard off, because he was, there's a whole drug thing she was trying to track down, and she thought he was involved. He wasn't involved, but they turned out to be fast friends. So that's Minky. He's a pretty cool dude. This is issue 2. There's Telos, the freaky dude with 4 arms and 2 hearts and all sorts of. So he's a tattooist, but he does kind of tattoos that can change people and do all sorts of weird stuff. And he's also an underground, like a crime boss, a really bad dude.
Okay, now what's this is a tail I'm looking at, right? Or just some kind of prince?
It's that. Well, no, that's just Shadow, but it just happens to look like that at that. Okay. So she kind of just.
Okay, so she just like uses. She's
like
being
whip or
creative.
shadow things. Yeah. Yeah.
What
Although
is up,
I can
Tank?
give her a tail.
How you doing, Tank?
Hey.
My friend? We are looking at Shadow's Daughter. He just launched it, and we're looking for backers, bro. You know what's up. I like that guy too. He's like a skinny Michelin man.
Yeah. He's got a fancy coat. He's a pretty gross dude though. He shoots leeches from that gun that attach to people and suck their blood, and he uses that blood. He's a blood mancer, so he does gross stuff with blood. But yeah, he likes a fancy suit. Why not? Each to their own.
Cool.
And that's one of the black and white kind of gray style manga-ish. The one the term that Rich didn't like, Western manga. Really cool though, and really good. They're the first black and white ones that I've done before, and I really like the medium. I reckon it's pretty cool, and the different angles that are used are kind of nice as well.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just got a mail inbox I had to address. What's up, Good Stuff Comics Gator? We was on Good Stuff show last night, man. Those guys have such a great show, great channel. Just so much fun, man. They put work into it. They just totally make it entertaining. What this is all supposed to be about, Good, very well produced show, my friend. That's what good stuff. Yeah, spread the word for me, man. We just launched this book, Shadow's Daughter, right there. Links in the chat. Go check it out. We are giving it a little rundown. You know what's up. dude, it's a blast, man. No doubt. So this is where we're at. This is the Ember Heart. This is the one you said where she started to figure out her powers.
Yeah, and this one's also a bit of a haunted house kind of deal, where she goes into a haunted house and her usual approach is just to hack and slash and just cause havoc, which she does. But there's a little bit more to the story that happens afterwards. She basically gets a call from Minky to say, I'm stuck, can you come help me? And then when she turns up, it's a haunted house with these creatures that are, causing a bit of problems. So again, she just, like a bull in a china shop, pushes her way through, and then some wackiness ensues.
I love it. This is good stuff, man. And then this is the Lunar Eye.
Yeah, so this one is the first time that you see there's a kind of society that's working, in the shadows, and they capture her and put her through some tests and that sort of stuff. And she's not quite sure what the deal is. They're called the Lunar Eye. Obviously the Lunar Eye because it's about the moon and everything that changed in the world when that demon moon sort of rose and all that sort of stuff. So it's a bit of an ongoing story, that one, but this is the first time you see them. Lots of action in this one when it gets going. Lots and lots of action. And the first and only flat cap in the series so far on that weird vampire dude, which is kind of nice for all the flat cap fans out there.
What happened? Did you just close?
We're back.
Come back here. Excuse me. I just totally lost it. Yep, that's my boomer moment for the day.
It's good to get it done. Well, actually, it's not early for you, is it? I was going to say it's good to get it done early, but it's not early for you. It's early for me.
Where the heck were we? We were right about here. Yeah, there we were. Okay.
Cool.
What lies beneath? So you got the book 1, book 2, and then like 4 standalones? Is that how this works?
Yeah, so the 4 standalones are from earlier in her career as a bounty hunter. So the 2 color issues are the main storyline, but the 4 other issues are from earlier in her history, episodes that sort of happened, and they explain how she got to where she is and when she was first starting off as a bounty hunter and learning how to do all her stuff.
All right, so you can get the basic digital daughter or digital Shadow's Daughter, issue number 1, 54-page PDF for $6.50 US. And if you're down there where Morgan is, of course, they're gonna get you for more.
Yeah, that's right. Sorry, Aussies. Yeah.
Oh man, but a great collection of stuff here, man. You got all kinds of stuff here. So the super serious digital add-on bundle is some of your other work.
Yeah, it's one series, the Idle Thuggery series, which is about a dude who it's sort of a superhero comic, but from the perspective of a henchman that's working for a supervillain and kind of gets sucked into that whole world. So there's 3 issues of that. There's Enmity, which is a story about the devil's daughter, basically. Lucifer gets sick of his job, doesn't want to do it anymore, goes on a bender, gets someone pregnant, and then 9 months later a girl is born, and this is the story about her in the post-apocalyptic world. It's called Enmity. And then The Script Rebellion, which is kind of a weird fiction kind of graphic novel. It's kind of in the art style of Hellboy, that kind of style. Really cool. And then an all ages comedy, Twiggy of the Bog, which is that one there about a little dude going off on adventures and all sorts of shenanigans going on. So that's kind of just, a bit of a back catalogue of some of the other issues that are on there.
So that's 6 comics for $18, about $3 piece. Yo.
Yeah.
And that great thing, do you remember way up there at the top of the page where it said printed in the USA and Australia?
Yeah. That's a big one because the postage is ridiculous otherwise.
Look, how often can you get a book from an Australian and not have it kill you in the shipping department? Okay,
Yeah,
this is
that's
when
right.
you can get printed in the US, yo.
Yeah.
And those ones are already done, right? Those are already printed books.
Yeah, they're all done. They're all ready, and there'll be some of them will be available in print shortly as well. Some of these will be available actually. So this is weird fiction sort of bundle. So there's 2 comics, which were the Blood Below, the video that we showed up the top.
Yeah, let me
That's that
play
one.
that again. Let me play that
So
again.
really cool series, that one.
For the current viewers that may not have seen it earlier. Let's see, that's this one.
Nothing unusual about a 4 a.m. call to a back alley in downtown Kenton. A young woman lying pristine and unmarked on the cold, hard ground. I get to work quickly, but there's not much to go on here. No marks of any kind, no signs of struggle, just a dead Vic in the middle of an alley. And then there's that. Dead body in a dumpster that looks like a grizzly bear has crawled its way out of his stomach.
Oh yeah, I like it.
Yeah, it's a good one, that one. That's one of my favorite stories, that one. It's super weird, lot grittier than some of the other stuff I've done. And yeah, super weird. So yeah, that's 2 issues of The Blood Below and Rust Chronicles, which is a short story collection. And there's a whole bunch of artwork in there as well. So it's not a comic, but it's short stories with different artwork pieces that I've had done by different artists. And The 7 Hungers, which is a horror, weird fiction horror novel that is brand spanking new. So it's a digital pack, but loads of stuff, particularly for people that like the weird stuff and horror kind of, yeah.
And the Shadow's Daughter soundtrack.
Yeah.
We just talking about music just a little while ago. Music in comics.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I always have an album with any project because it's something I can do and it adds a bit more extra. I also in the campaign, once the backers get to a certain point, sometimes I'll run like a theme song competition where you can win your own theme tune, that sort of thing. So I'm thinking about doing something similar with this. Yeah, we'll see how the campaign goes. But
so are any of these to be sampled?
Yeah, well, that link, it wouldn't let me embed anything. So if you follow that link, it takes you to Bandcamp, and then you can listen to the whole album. You can pretty much hear the whole album free.
Okay, cool. There you go. Click on the link. If I do that, StreamYard ain't gonna take me there anyway.
Yeah, it'll ruin it. Yeah, that's cool.
So the first stretch goal based on backers, I like it.
Yeah,
it. 20 backers, stretch goal start, 40 backers, another stretch goal. And we're talking about PDFs of other books, which is cool because, free books, right? The next stretch goal could be any of these things. Who knows?
Who knows? Yeah, I'm going to see how I might have to put my thinking cap on and think of something cool that I haven't done before yet.
You're not giving your cat away.
No, I won't be giving a cat away. I just thought it was funny having a cat on there.
So yeah, man, there's a lot of stuff here. You can go to morganquaid.com and probably get some of this stuff already, correct?
Yep, spot on.
See, so back this one, get the stuff on the add-ons, grab the extra stuff too. Now, what's up with Crow?
Crow is That's an interesting one for you to pick up. Yeah, so Crow is a short, I think it's 8-page or 12-page. I can't remember. I should know this. It's a side issue from the Enmity campaign or Enmity project. So it's like it's one of the characters out of that who is kind of called Crow, but he's not really Crow. That's coming out in an anthology shortly, but I'm also going to be probably the next campaign after this is going to be Enmity, and that will have that and a bunch of other things in there as well. That's the Crow, but it's not the Crow for legal reasons. It's just Crow, and it's a different thing.
Such good looking stuff. Y'all got to go check this one out, man. I want to know who the first backer is. Might throw the first backer a little something myself. You never know. Just because.
That's the other thing I should mention as well. The first 10 backers for digital premium or print premium get a free PDF comic as well called Swords and Sorrows, which is a kind of samurai style comic, which is cool. So a little bit extra there. And I think I timed this really well because most of my Australian backers aren't awake yet. So it was a real genius move on my part. I got the time completely wrong. So I've probably
what time is it
launched
there?
a couple of hours early, but it's fine.
Hold up. No, what time is it there? Because we can work around. We can work with that if we have the time to come back out here.
It's 20 to 8. I
In
get
the
up
morning?
I get up at 4 in the morning.
Okay, so what time do your people there usually get up and start spending money?
Usually 9 or after. So
Okay,
it's a while.
It's not quite 6 here.
Yeah,
we can come back out in a couple hours. I got no problem with that.
All right. Well, maybe I'll message you and we can figure something out because I didn't think about it. No, I should launch a little bit later because you're trying to get the best time in the States as well as here, and sometimes I get confused.
And it was better before daylight savings time.
Yeah,
it was a little better because 4 p.m. Eastern is why I picked that time slot. So I'd get you guys waking up. I'd get them UK people before they go to sleep, like Rich. Right? It was the perfect time slot.
Yeah, yeah.
Then daylight savings time pushed in an hour. And, I mean, now not only does it bump heads with other shows, but it kind of put me earlier in the day everywhere.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, no, I mean, I'll get on and try and wake up the people, get them involved. It's a super low amount as well because so there's not going to be any issue with the books being available. They're all pretty much done. But so we could do that if you want. Yeah, I'll wake the Aussies up and then we'll go from there.
Let's see what time. Like I said, it's only 6 here. It's only 8 something there. Is that what you said? Almost 8.
Yeah, almost 8.
So let's go back out in like 3 hours.
Sweet. Sounds like a plan.
Waking up and everybody here was, I mean, I don't know what kind of shows I bump heads with at 9 o'clock. I don't care. We'll just come back out.
Cool, man. That sounds awesome.
But I still do want to know who's going to be that first backer. If you back this book from watching this show or watching the replay or whatever, whoever the first backer is, let me know. I might have a little something for you.
Sweet.
You never know. I got stuff going on myself, so feeling generous today. So we'll go ahead and let you go rattle some cages and stuff, and just hit me up a little later, and we'll set up. We could probably even come back into the same studio. Wouldn't even matter, So
sweet.
I don't even have to do anything. Just poof, we're back.
Cool. Thanks, man. I'll get everyone woken up and we'll get to it.
All right. I'll talk to you in a little bit.
Thanks, man.
You bet.
Cheers.
All right, so y'all go check that out if you want to get on board with that. It's live. It's live. And 6 books there. Already done. Go check it out. I'm going to do what I do. Y'all know what that was. Go check it out. Y'all know what this is.
Comic Books for Kids provides comic books to kids in hospitals and cancer centers across the U.S. It's a place where we can all work together to make sure every child has a comic book. 100% of all proceeds go towards the kids. It's about making a difference, and while they're in the hospital, allowing them to fly like a superhero, battle dragons, or rescue teddy bears. We are in every state in the country and now support over 160 hospitals. Every month, we add more.
Visit